Happy Thrifty Thursday. Today I have a estate sale haul for you guys and two thrift store hauls. And I will get started with the first thrift store. Had these placemats for 25 cents each. I thought they were spectacular. They're super metallic gold. They're laminated. It's a very flexible lamination. And then it says Lionel Barrymore, and I don't know if this is the actor Lionel Barrymore or what, but they're all for nautical scenes. Gorgeous. And so I thought maybe I could turn one of them into a travel journal. Not sure though, I kind of want to keep them. They're reversible. Let me know in the comments what you would do with these if you had snagged these for 25 cents each. I could not pass that up, and they were just so pretty. I had to grab them. And then at my random thrift store, which is what I call this one because I never know what I'm gonna find, I just found these little, I guess journal prompt cards. I'm assuming they're for a teacher, but they just seemed fun and quirky, and I thought they would be cool tucked into a collected journals. So that was a cool find. I think it was 50 cents and everything was 25% off the day I was in there. And then this is super exciting because I have a couple of little golden books that have to do with colors. And so these are envelopes that have crayons on the front. And again, this was in the teacher area, but yeah. Had to pick those up as well. And then I found this hand painted, it appears to be hand painted in that folk art country type of style by someone named Ellie, which is really funny because my aunt paints like this, and that's her little name that she puts on her stuff. So I may have to text her and see if this might be hers. I don't know. But yeah, it's just a very vintage address book, and I will be using the pages inside for junk journals, and then I will be turning this maybe into a spring journal or maybe summer because it's just so lovely, and I did not want the artwork to just go to waste. And then I found these Eureka gummed labels. They are little foil shamrocks. So cute. And then I was able to find the exact version of Little Women that I read as a young girl. Little Women is still one of my top 5 favorite books ever. And this was the Whitman Classics version. And of course, I would never cut up the one from my childhood. So it was really, really, really neat to be able to find a version that I can use to make a junk journal. Probably for myself, but when I make journals for myself, I try to buy a replica or a similar item and make one to sell as well, just because it's a better use of my time, and I know someone else would possibly also enjoy a Little Women journal. So this sounds like a very fun winter project to do. And then I had seen this in the thrift store a few times, but passed it up every time. Decided to grab it today. Everything I need to know about whatever books regarding Little Golden are everywhere. I've seen them everywhere. And see, here's everything I need to know, which is the one I really like to have. This would be fun too, but this one's about love. And so I mainly got it just for fussy cut images. If I can bear to use one side and cut up the other. That's always the hard part, isn't it? When you want to use an image on one side, but you love the other side too. But yes, I think this was 50 cents, maybe a little less. I figured it was worth grabbing. And then, I know everyone, I feel like all junk journalers have a Monopoly game in their arsenal, but I don't. I have one that our family owns, but I would never use that one for journaling. So this is just a complete 1997 version Monopoly. I don't need to show you all of it because you know what it looks like. It even has the metal little pieces, which I feel like now they're all plastic, so I'll probably keep those for myself. But yeah, we can always use more money in cards for tucking into journals. And I think this was $1.50. And then to keep, I got this game, which is basically a Monopoly, though they can't call it that, but it's all about Winston-Salem. And I grew up a few miles from Winston-Salem, spent a good part of my childhood there. I took piano lessons in Winston-Salem, so I was there every week. And this is just some of the businesses. Do you guys remember Peanut Shack in the mall? These are some of the businesses that were in Winston-Salem, North Carolina in 1985. And this looks like one of those news cams or traffic cams pictures. And then the money says Southern National Bank of North Carolina, and then the cards, of course, have those same businesses on them. And so this will be something that I keep. I hope to play it with my family just for fun, but I will definitely hold on to this. This will not be a junk journal piece because I feel like it's sort of a collector's item. You don't really see that every day. That was my thrift store haul. And then I did an online auction for an estate sale, and I normally don't like to do online estate sales because I feel like so many people use bid bots, and I tend to get quite disappointed quite easily if I'm outbid at the last second, which seems to happen every time. But for some reason, even though there appeared to be a bid bot on this lot, I was able to get this at the last minute. And I think my high price for a set was $4.95. With tax and everything, it was a little more. But these are just games. These are scorecards for Yahtzee. And I have some Yahtzee scorecards, but they're not colored, so I thought these were pretty. Everything smells very, very musty, so I'll have to air these out for sure. And then this is a skip bow game. They've changed the logo on them, I think, because ours doesn't look like this, the one we play as a family. So I got that. And then this is not for junk journaling. Maybe the cover could be used, but this is an all plastic game. And it's basically like those little games that you see in Cracker Barrel that have with the triangle and the pegs, and you try to get all of the pegs off the board. 1970, it just looked fun. So I figured this would be just fun to leave out on the table to do, just to keep our brain sharp, you know? And then in here, I think this is, it says the classic game of Keno, and I don't know what Keno is. My husband said he has played it. It looks like a lot of math, which I'm not too fond of. He does Sudoku and things like that. So we have this. Whether or not we play it or I use these for junk journaling, I don't know. And then it has this little call box with, it's almost like bingo tiles that come out. And then there was a random assortment of cards that weren't shown very well in the pictures, so let's look at them together. These look like E.T. trading cards. Oh my goodness. How cool are these for an 80s journal? Oh, my heartstrings. I love the movie E.T. My husband and I differ on this. He said when he grew up, it terrified him, and he still doesn't like the movie. I think my parents took me to see it 3 times in the theater because I just loved it. And then I wanted a stuffed animal of him so bad, but they were so expensive. So listen to this. My dad got a wig form, like one of those styrofoam heads, and he carved it and painted it into an E.T. head. And that thing sat on my dresser for probably 5 years until it just crumbled away. But this is cool. The print work is not that great, but yes, these are definitely a treasure. And then these look like Superman cards. I wonder what these are. Like, were these in comic books? We have Kryptonian Superman cards. Look at this. I may have to put a few of these in my Etsy shop just for fun to see if anyone else would like to have them, because I will never use this many. And then we had these little cards. These are Long John Silver's. I don't know which game it is. It might be their own game. But they've got Hush Puppy, little pirates, Mr. Chicken Plank, Miss Fish Fillet. So fun. I mean, how random is this? You're not gonna really see these every day. And then these are called spotter cards. Full color cards to identify the best known trees of America. I was actually online last night looking at leaf shapes because I'm making some leaf print writing pages for some fall journals that I just started on, and I found some leaves that I did not know what tree they came from. So I was looking at leaf charts. Something has eaten into these. So these are the Edu cards. And I thought the illustrations were just cool. So these would actually be cool in my fall journal, the ones that have the red trees. I love it. Again, super unique items, not something that you see every day. And I'm glad that you were able to join me today to look through this. If you would like to collaborate with Thrifty Thursday, please go to Sheree at Turquoise Dreaming. I will link her channel in my description box, and she will gladly add you to the list of participants, or you can just see who else is showing their hauls from the past week. And it's always fun to see what people get around the country and even around the world, and at great prices. So thank you for joining me today. Stay tuned for some videos on my process through the fall journals that I've just started. The colors are rich and beautiful and luxurious, and the bright reds and oranges and golds. It's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait to work on them this week. And we will talk to you next time. Have a great day. Bye.